Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. CoinDesk, perhaps the most well-known crypto media outlet on the entire planet, at least in geographic regions that speak and read English. But also, CoinDesk, very well known for putting out fairly frequent articles very negative about Ripple and very negative about XRP, which is why our XRP community has come to brand CoinDesk FUD Desk, Fear, Uncertainty, and Doubt Desk, for good reason. I've been running this Moon Lambeau channel with a silly-ass name since December 14th, 2018. That's when I put up my very first video all up on the YouTubes. And I've reported, I don't know how many articles from CoinDesk that are just complete and utter nonsense, conflating Ripple and XRP as if they're actually the same thing, putting out all sorts of nonsense, factual inaccuracies, you name it. It's been done on CoinDesk. And it's why today it's like, did hell just freeze over? CoinDesk put out a tweet leading to this article titled, "What is Ripple and the XRP cryptocurrency?" And at least on the surface, upon my initial just kind of scrolling through this thing, I thought, what's going on here? This doesn't appear to be like just a bunch, an insane amount of FUD. It seemed to be the first article I've ever come across from CoinDesk that was actually seeking to explain to their audience what the hell Ripple and XRP are and how they're not the same thing. Now, they got a bunch of stuff wrong here, which I'm going to highlight. That's the reason I want to talk about it. So it's like, kind of appreciate the effort, but they go on to cite that XRP has a centralization problem. And they go on to cite that XRP is more centralized than Ethereum and Bitcoin, which is a bit laughable for a number of reasons. So I'm going to share with you some of the specifics here, but before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun, damn it. And so here on your screen, this is the tweet that CoinDesk put out leading to that article. Except, wait a minute, there's no tweet on your screen. Well, that's because CoinDesk deleted it. Why did they delete it? Well, I'm going to explain that. My fellow XRP community member here, Stefan Huber, he retweeted the tweet, which has now been deleted, and he wrote, "Finally, thank you. Even if you're only doing it now to position yourselves with the winners in time before our inevitable victory." So he's referencing the SEC versus Ripple case, and I think we're all pretty optimistic that things are going to go well with that. We don't know for sure, but I'm certainly very optimistic that it will. And so I responded to that since the tweet was deleted because I actually had a screen grab of it. And I wrote the following: CoinDesk deleted the tweet that you retweeted, so here is the screen grab of it. Honestly, it's a bad tweet. They claim that Ripple created XRP, which is not true. The article it linked to also has multiple inaccuracies. And so here's the actual tweet on your screen that CoinDesk did take down. And I actually applaud them. And this is why I think they actually, for the first time that I've ever seen having to do with a Ripple and XRP story, I think they're operating in good faith. I think they just failed. But hey, that's better than just spreading FUD intentionally. I will take that. That's a step in the right direction, like little baby steps here. So here's the tweet that they deleted. Ripple is a San Francisco-based tech company that developed the decentralized XRP cryptocurrency. And that being said, while the two are naturally linked, they should be thought of as two distinct entities. So they got something wrong there, obviously. Ripple did not create XRP, but towards the end of that sentence, they're acknowledging that Ripple and XRP are two different things. For the first time ever in the history of mankind, CoinDesk has acknowledged what is obviously the case. That's definitely something here. But here is the corrected tweet. They put this out later. Correction, XRP predated Ripple's formation, though they were founded by the same people. As now prominently noted in this explainer for the crypto curious, SEC claims the coin is an unregistered security the firm sold in violation of federal law. Yeah, worth noting here, even this isn't completely correct. It's not the case that all of the creators of XRP also founded Ripple. There were three founders, of XRP specifically: Jed McCaleb, David Schwartz, and Arthur Brito. Jed McCaleb definitely a co-founder of Ripple. David Schwartz, definitely not a co-founder of Ripple. And off the top of my head, I can't remember if Arthur was technically one of the co-founders of Ripple. I have to go look that up. But that was still a little bit incorrect. They're not in the world, but still a little bit wrong. Where things get a bit more egregious is when we get to the nuts and bolts of this. So I'm not going to read this whole article. It's really not necessary. And honestly, to be fair here, I always want to give credit where it's due, despite the fact that they've been completely ridiculous on their reporting as it has to do with Ripple and XRP for like almost a whole decade at this point, right? They mostly did a good job here going through the history and just breaking things down and how Ripple, like what Ripple does, their business model, RippleNet and all that, also explaining to some degree a kind of a bare bones kind of explanation, but pretty good as far as how XRP and the XRP ledgers works, the unique node list, all that type of stuff, which I'm not going to run through for the purpose of this video, but I'm not just going to shred this because again, I do want to be fair. I want to give credit where it's due, but they messed up some stuff here. I'm not as furious as I might be. Like it would grind my gears more than it is right now, if not for the fact that I think they tried, they just failed. So that's different than if it's like, okay, it's just another one of these. So anyway, here's the pros and cons section of this article. Although it uses the open nature of blockchain to decentralize its bookkeeping and keep transactions transparent, XRP is more centralized than Bitcoin or Ethereum in that no public entity or person outside of Ripple can determine the issuance of new coins. So let's pause right there. All XRP was created at inception, which they actually included in this article a little bit higher up. I just didn't read the whole thing, but just take my word for it. They did say all XRP was created at inception. They're aware of this, but here they're talking about issuing coins. Well, how can you issue a coin that's already been issued? So I'm like, what are you talking about issuing coins? I think what they actually mean is that Ripple, even though they're not the first to have the XRP because the XRP was gifted to Ripple, which means they can't be the issuer technically. They're calling Ripple the issuer, even though they're not technically the issuer. So that's incorrect. And that's why it confused me at first. I was like, wait a minute, Ripple's not the issuer. They didn't even create it. How could they be the issuer if they didn't create it? So that didn't make any sense there. Also, another thing that they're doing here is conflating concentration of a cryptocurrency with centralization of a blockchain. These are two different concepts. So yes, Ripple, they hold an F-word ton of XRP, undeniably the case. They're not sneaky about it. It's very publicly known. I knew this when I jumped into XRP in November of 2017. I actually liked it. I found it to be a positive, whereas Bitcoin maxis find it to be a negative. But it has nothing to do with centralization here whatsoever. So to make this claim to your public, this just isn't the case. Holding a bunch of XRP doesn't give anyone special powers over the XRP ledger. So this is disappointing. Even though a lot of what they wrote was good, they just give it the old college try. They did their gosh darn bestest. They did fall short here, and this is important. XRP is very decentralized. And if it were a proof of stake network, that would be different, because then how much of a crypto you hold, that would impact voting rights, so on and so forth. But there are no such implications here. Then the piece continues. That is largely because XRP is ostensibly more a tool for transferring value across borders via Ripple products than it is a speculative investment vehicle, although to the SEC's mind, it has unquestionably functioned as an investment. And so I'll just say this. Every single cryptocurrency on the entire planet that is not a stablecoin has been used as a speculative investment vehicle. Every single damn crypto on the planet. And I think that's fine. In fact, I think that's good. I think that markets, as messy as it gets, this is a messy process, but this is how humans figure out where the value is. They vote with their dollars or whatever fiat currency they have. And then eventually markets mature. And the same thing that happened with the development of the internet is going to happen with crypto. And that's how you end up with your Googles and your Facebooks and Uber and so on and so forth. The dollars go where they should be allotted. It just takes time, and it was a messy process with a dot-com boom and bust. And trading in stocks even after that. It's still a messy process here. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean that it shouldn't happen. It's perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable, and I'd argue it's desirable. So I don't see that as a problem whatsoever. But as far as XRP being ostensibly more a tool for transferring value across borders, the Ripple products. No. Like, XRP was created to be a better version of Bitcoin. That's it. And so anybody can be a developer building on top of the XRP ledger for whatever the hell purpose they want. Just because Ripple is a very well-known company in the world of crypto anyway, and they're positioning XRP as a bridge currency, that does not mean that that's what XRP was designed to do. Ripple just happens to be plugging it into something, a platform, RippleNet, because it makes sense to do that. That's it. Anyway, piece continues. Controversy arose in 2020 when the regulator charged Ripple with illegally raising $1.38 billion from investors in what the SEC regarded as an unregistered securities offering. As of March 2022, the case was still ongoing, and XRP climbed 22% in February 2022 after reports suggested a positive turn for the company in the legal proceedings. Here are some advantages of Ripple and XRP. So in one section, the positives, they're listing of Ripple the company and XRP the decentralized cryptocurrency. First bullet point, fast, efficient, and transparent payments with an added liquidity tool to help streamline the settlement process. Next, XRP settlement speed is faster than Bitcoin's or Ethereum's. It's good to see that acknowledged here by FUDdesk. Oh, I mean, okay, fine, I'll call them CoinDesk. They're doing their gosh darned bestest here. Next, ever-improving scalability. The XRP network can handle up to 1,500 transactions per second. Next, the cross-border currency payment system has attracted more than 100 financial institutions, including banks, to its network. Here are some of the drawbacks, and this is where it gets a little bit messy here. I got some things to say about this. There's 3 bullet points. Number 1, RippleNet is not wholly decentralized compared with other public blockchains. Audible sigh. RippleNet is a payment system. That's it. And on-demand liquidity, you could say, is a part of it too. That's yeah, fine. But RippleNet itself, it's a payment system. It's not a public blockchain. I don't understand. Like, these are completely different categories, apples and oranges. So to write RippleNet is not wholly decentralized compared to other public blockchains. No. XRP and the XRP ledger, that's the public blockchain. That's wholly decentralized. Compare other public blockchains to the XRP ledger. Compare it to RippleNet doesn't make any damn sense. I don't know how they don't know this when a huge thrust of this article was differentiating between Ripple and XRP. I don't know how they fell short here on this article. That doesn't make sense to me. Next bullet point. Because its products are tailored for big financial institutions, there is little practical relevance for retail users, although that hasn't stopped its rabid fans, known as the XRP army, from pumping the coin on Twitter. Now, that seems slightly like they're taking a jab at us. Oh, that's a little XRP army out there. They're just pumping the coin. Don't make no damn sense. Why are retail investors holding it? Well, look, if you're in the community, you may have heard some people in our community say XRP wasn't designed for retail. That's literally not true. If next time somebody tells you that, tell them, no, that's not true because Moon Lambo said so. No, the real reason is because, again, it's actually what I was saying a little bit earlier in the video. Like Bitcoin, obviously, right? Designed for the masses, just individual people, right? It was born out of the 2008 financial collapse with the banks and Lehman Brothers and all that crap, right? So it was for the everyday man. Well, XRP was designed to just be a better version of that. That's it. It was designed also. XRP was designed for the everyday man. Just because Ripple's doing other stuff with it, helping the legacy financial system, doesn't mean that XRP can't be used by retail speculators and holders. Because, again, that's where it started. That was the purpose. And so to state that it's just all tailored for financial institutions, little practical relevance for retail users. And I'll tell you what, that's rich coming from an outlet, the CoinDesk here, which just props up Bitcoin to no end, despite the fact that it does nothing, unless you want to say store of value. Okay, fine. But every coin on the planet can be a store of value. And I still continue to wonder, like, in a world where this asset class is sufficiently mature, if you want to have store of value in a crypto, wouldn't you feel safer putting it into a cryptocurrency that also does other stuff? Wouldn't the money end up going to other cryptos rather than Bitcoin if Bitcoin never ends up doing anything else? I got questions about that. That might end up being the case. We'll see how this all pans out. But no, little practical relevance for retail users. There are people in the community, there's not a ton of them, admittedly, that are using XRP as money, and there are other use cases. But to state that a decentralized cryptocurrency that has little practical relevance, you better say that about Bitcoin then. You really, but you're not. Of course, you're not because you're FUD desk still. All right, fine, you're CoinDesk. You're just messing up here. And then the third bullet point. Because a large majority of XRP is held by Ripple, the token's price could be easily manipulated or negatively influenced by saturating the market with large sales. Well, I'll tell you what, this is the most reasonable critique, but as far as this being some sort of actual concern, they're not acknowledging Ripple's escrow, which releases 1 billion XRP per month. So even if they sold all 1 billion XRP and then like, yeah, we're just going to do this from now on, you can do that once. But I'm telling you, after that, I suspect that the validator nodes on the network would just burn all of Ripple's XRP holdings, which they can do because it's a decentralized network. They absolutely could do that. So in terms of big picture, is this some sort of concern that XRP holders should have? In my humble opinion, the answer is no, it's not worth worrying about. Could Ripple act negatively, and could that negatively impact price? Yes, that could happen. I don't have serious trust issues, so it's more like for me, I'm just going to trust until I'm given a reason not to trust. I think that's a pretty reasonable approach to life in general. And when you're developing relations with people in your own personal life, like unless there's like key indicators, maybe you don't trust this person. Yeah, you kind of got to trust, and then when you're given a reason not to, then okay, you got burned, and now you know that person's kind of a douche, and then you just don't trust anymore. Well, similarly here with Ripple, especially given that they have the largest incentive on the planet to make sure things go well with XRP, I'm just not afraid. I'm really not afraid. And if there ever is a reason, then fine, I'll change my tune. And if there's a short-term impact negatively for XRP price action, that might happen, fine, that could. But XRP is not going away no matter what Ripple does or doesn't do. So I'm personally not terribly worried about that. I'm just not. Crypto is here to stay, and I think so is XRP. So, I don't know, baby steps heading in the right direction, but they still got to get some stuff fixed here. This article just ain't quite right. But as long as they're operating in good faith, I can accept that. For now, I mean, they still need to fix it, but I've just been really in situations for years now where I just have burnt biscuits because either they're the most sloppy crypto media outlet on the planet, or they're intentionally spreading information that they know is not true. You tell me, folks. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.